Smallwood classic. I think we started off with a little Kirk Franklin. Keeping it going. Our theme this month is abundance. Abundance. And my topic today is, what is it? Daring to be all we can be? What is it? The more we dare to be. The more we dare to be. Abundance. We tend to think of abundance as external material stuff. And it's stuff that we're always chasing after. And you hear me say time and time again, not to objectify the spiritual qualities. They're who we are. Just breathe that in for a moment. We are abundant by nature. Nature is abundant. You don't find scarcity anywhere. Even when it looks like there's nothing, it'll be a lot of the nothing. Think about that. It's like when you're bored, it's a lot of boredom. Is it not? There's no lack. If it looks like you're confused, there's an infinite amount of confusion. Everything keeps multiplying after its own kind. Everything multiplies after its own kind. We were doing an exercise in my class on Thursday night, just with the light, and explaining this from a visual standpoint, saying it's like turning up the dial, turning up the volume, or turning up the wattage. Okay? There's never a shortage of love. There's never a shortage of peace or joy or creativity or anything. It's just how much of it do we let come through us. That's all that it is. So sometimes we're love at 5 watts. Sometimes we're love at 50 watts. Sometimes we're love at 500 watts. But it isn't because the love has come and gone. You can't go out and get that love. The only spiritual qualities that you will ever experience are the ones you let come through you. Listen to what I'm saying. The only peace you will ever know is the peace you let yourself experience through you. It doesn't matter how much peace is out there if you don't resonate with the peace in you. It doesn't matter how much love is all around you. You will feel unloved. If you don't meet the love with love, you can't experience the love. It doesn't matter how much other people are forgiving you. If you don't have some forgiveness within yourself, you can never accept their forgiveness. You can't chase after creativity. The only creativity you will ever know or experience is the creativity that comes through you. It doesn't matter how much order there is around you. You know, I did not get the neat gene. I am not a neat freak. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that. Okay? I wish I could just by osmosis be orderly when the people around me are orderly. But it doesn't work that way. Okay? The only order there will be is whatever order is coming through me. Are you with me? Nothing is ever missing. Nothing is ever extra. We are all of it. All of it. I think it was last week when I was sharing about my trouble grappling with that idea of all. All just seemed too much. It was just too big. And that spirit voice saying, okay, well, if all is too much, which part of me are you preparing to live without? Are you willing to live without my love? Are you willing to live without joy? Are you willing to live without power? What about creativity? Like this list of 15 things, maybe it was 20. Are you willing to live without that? And I actually waited for an answer. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, well, then all it is. Do you get that? All it is. We say all is too much, but there's none of it we want to be without. We say all is too much, but all is what we are. We're already it. The question is, do we dare to believe it? Do we dare to believe it? We have this manifesting thing backwards, completely backwards. In our minds, we think there are these external things out there. And if I get that, then I will be something. I have to have this thing to be it. So I'm chasing after all of the symbols. The relationships are symbols of love. Money is a symbol of abundance. So I feel like if I get that, a house, a car, if I get that, then that will give me permission to think I am abundant. If I get this relationship, that will give me the permission to think that I am loving. Once I get this fit, trim body, that'll give me the permission to think I'm sexy. Once I get, my health condition in a certain way, then that'll give me the permission to think that I am healthy. I can't think it until I see the evidence of it. I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it. That kind of mentality. It is the other way around. Life works the other way around. It's not you get this stuff, and because you get it, you get to be it. You are it. And because you are it, you get to express it. Because you are it, you get to manifest it. If you don't think that you are it and you get it, you can't keep it. Your soul has so much integrity. It will not allow you to hold on to anything you do not think you deserve. Your soul has so much integrity, it will not allow you to hold on to something you don't think you should have. You can get it, but you will spend all your time trying to keep it. You can get it, and you will spend all your time worrying it that you're going to lose it. I don't care what it is. It could be a lover. It could be a job. It could be some opportunity. You can woo all your stuff up to get it, but if something doesn't shift inside of you so that you become it, you can't hold on to it. And even if you have it, you'll never be it. See, if you think of yourself as poor and you get a lot of money, you'll never be abundant. You'll just be a rich poor person. You'll just be a poor person with a lot of money. But inside you'll feel fraudulent. You could get that relationship. But if you don't really feel worthy and like you are loving, you will forever be afraid that person's going to leave you or discover you ain't all that or be looking at the next one down the street. You'll never really be it. You'll have the relationship, but you won't be it. You'll still be chasing after it. We have to dare to be it. Just breathe that in a moment. dare to be it. We spend too much of our time trying to manifest the outer things without realizing if I become it, I can have it. See, I'm not worried about having a friend 5 years from now. I'm really not. Because I know if I am a friend, I'll have a friend. I'm not worried about it because I know if I'm becoming it, it will be there. Now, everything may not look the way you want it to look. Okay? But I know if I'm a loving person, there will be love in my life. Will it be the romantic love 5 years from now? I don't know. Life happens. But just because there may not be the romantic love doesn't mean there won't be close, intimate love. Are you with me? If I am daring and willing to be that. Last week I was talking about the difference between our capabilities and our capacities, and that we mix these two up. Our capabilities are the things that we can do, the things that we have the wherewithal now to actually accomplish. That's what you're capable of. But your capacity exceeds your capability. Your capacity is your potential. Your capacity is all that you could do. But all that you can do is always greater than whatever, the possibilities of what you might be able to do is always greater than what you can do in the moment. There's always expansion. I don't care what it is. Whether it's your health, whether it's your intellect. Okay? I don't speak Chinese. That's not a capability that I have right now, but I have the capacity to, if I'm willing to learn it. I can't run a mile. I can't run a half mile, a quarter mile. But if I'm willing to, I could. Are you with me? If I'm willing to, I could. So the problem that we have with abundance is that we get stuck on what we think we're capable of. And when I don't see that I'm capable of it, when I can't figure out now how I can possibly do that, then I think it's impossible. Then I think it's impossible. Because I'm just looking at my resources right now. What I have, who's around me, what I can get my hands on. And then we project that out into the future. That's deadly. Because you are putting an overlay on the future. You are making the past the precedent for your future. See, this is the problem that we have with statistics. I mention this from time to time. This probability theory, it's just the measurement of what already has been. And we're using what already has been to tell us what we're capable of. And then we assume that's our maximum capacity. Oh no! If you dare to be it. See, we're here as pioneers of possibility. Your dreams are waiting for you to come true. We're looking out at the horizon to see if our dream is capable of happening, to see if it's already happened. You're not going to see your dream out there. You're not going to see your dream fulfilled because it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to do it. It's waiting for you to be it. It is waiting for you to give the big yes. Yes. Pioneering off the bell curve. Are you willing to be the first? Are you willing to defy all the odds? Are you willing to look beyond all the naysayers? I remember learning years ago in graduate business school He's saying, if you want to start a restaurant, talk to people who are successful in it. Because if you listen to all the people who have failed at being a restaurateur, listen to what I'm saying. We get relationship advice from people who are not successful in relationships. I'm saying. All those people that you're trying to prove yourself to, look at their lives. I remember really learning that. When I was up against whatever, the homophobia, the heterosexism, the sexism, the racism, the blah, 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 blah. Trying to live up to everybody's opinions. And then asking myself, well, how do they live their life? Hello? Some of us are seeking love from people who don't love themselves. How are they going to love you? This is not a criticism. It's just that we allow our capacities too often to be confined and constricted to what everybody else is doing. Dare to be something. To be it. That means you have to change your identity. Your biggest challenge towards abundance is not manifesting more. It's changing your mind about yourself. Listen to what I'm saying. Your biggest challenge in abundance is not how do you bring this stuff out here to where I am, but shifting who you think that you are. Everything is a dance of energy. It's a dance of energy. There are laws of attraction, and they work so perfectly, and they don't really care what you're putting out. So if you're putting out life is hard, the laws of attraction are bringing you everything to confirm that. If you say life is wonderful, the laws of attraction are bringing you everything for that. It's a question of being it. Now, I may give some examples, and you're going to go, now, why is a pastor doing that? But hey, let's make it real. If you are, really, your identity is somebody who smokes weed, that's not a judgment. That could be your spiritual practice. But you really, really identify with that. Okay? I don't care what town you go to. It will not take you 2 weeks to find some weed. The weed will find you. Do I have a witness? See, y'all are lying. You don't have to go there and ask yourself, how am I going to get it? How am I going to find it? The weed will find you. If you want to hook up, come on now. You just want a little hookup thing? I don't care if you're married or whatever. You will find the hookup. The hookup will find you. You don't have to put out any one ads. You don't have to join Match.com. You don't have to do all that. If that's really where you are and where you're resonating, baby, it'll find its way to you. But it's the same thing with everything. That if you are a person that is a person of integrity, a person who has gifts and skills, and you're looking for collaborative partners, you know what? They'll find you. If you are a person that is saying, hey, I'm a person that's athletic and I like to jog and I like to do clean, healthy living and all the rest of that, the resources will make themselves to you. Are you with me? As long as you're willing to be it, you can have it. But you have to change your mind about who you think you are. We have these tapes going on in our minds about being losers. We have these tapes in our minds about it not being us, or being hard, or we're not worthy, we're too young, we're too old, we don't have enough education, we got too much education, we don't live in the right place, just blah, 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 blah. We're not the right gender expression, we're not pretty enough, we're not tall enough, we're just not something, okay? And that's what we have to let go of. If there's anything about you that's willing to say, I love me, and I am fine just the way that I am. Instead of chasing after stuff, claiming I already am it. The good you seek is seeking you, yes, but what's more is that what you're looking for, you're looking with. What you're looking for, you're looking with. I already am it. I'm just pumping up the volume. I'm not going from nothing to something. I'm going from something to more. Not nothing to something, but something to more. To more. Nothing can snuff it out. Nothing. It doesn't matter how much of your potential you have already expressed or not, it is still waiting for you. And it never tells you no. It never, ever refuses you. It doesn't say, where were you? The potential, the pure capacity that your body has to heal, it's not judging you. If you're in a hospital bed and something's wrong with your lungs, the universe isn't going, well, why are you on this hospital bed? Well, if you got your lungs crushed in an automobile accident, okay, well, you can heal. But if you were smoking 3 packs of cigarettes for the past 30 years every day, no. It's not judging you. Are you with me? It just says yes. It doesn't care. The universe doesn't care how much you've messed up. It doesn't care about your bankruptcies, your credit report. It doesn't care about that. It's never punishing you for any of that. Your full capacity is waiting there. This identity, it might be akin to entitlement. Spiritual entitlement. And we live in a society that makes most of us think that we are not entitled. It was the most fascinating thing. In my prior life, when I was with Prudential, I used to invest pension fund monies into large, what they call institutional properties. So like skyscrapers and regional malls and huge, huge hotel complexes and that kind of stuff. So I'm working with these top developers, right? And it was always never use your own money. That's the way the developers were always were. Never use your own money. But because I'm Prudential and I'm with pension funds, I am using my own money all the time. So if I'm buying this building, let's just say, I don't know, it was $300 million. I'm going to put $300 million down cash. That's the kind of way we used to roll. If I'm lending money, I'm lending the money. But what was so fascinating to me was this entitlement, where there were certain people who were playing so largely, sometimes they would lose fortunes. Like a business deal could go completely bust. And I'm not saying that this is a good thing, the way that we have our bankruptcy laws and whatnot. They could go bankrupt, and they're in the game again tomorrow. Why? Because they're not identifying with failure. The project failed, not them. You feel that? The project failed, not them. Some people are like that with relationships. The relationship failed, not me. There'll always be another one. We have to get to that place of entitlement that goes, the outer world comes and goes, things come and go, but there's still me. And I still have my power, and I still have my potential, and anything that I am willing to be, to resonate with, to vibrate with, then that which is like that finds its way to me. So in your prayers, in your affirmations, don't just whine and complain about getting stuff. Make it about you. Not just, I have this wonderful relationship. I am loving. I am whole. I am complete. I am successful now. I am creative. I am opportunity on legs. I'm not just looking for it. That's who I am. And if you will recalibrate to that, oh, baby, the doors will open. If you recalibrate to that, then that which is like other people on your wavelength, other people who are going the same direction that you're going, bam, they'll be right there. They'll be right there. Just try it. That's all. Because if you do not shift how you think that you are, there's not enough outside stuff to make it happen. A friend of mine is Iyanla Vanzant, who is one of Oprah's big people. Some of you might be familiar with her, or her story. She was at the top of her game, and she went all the way down to the bottom, all the way down. And then she wrote a book, many, many books. She wrote a book called Peace from Broken Pieces. And it was the most extraordinary thing watching she and Oprah reconcile on camera, because they hadn't spoken for like 11 or 12 years. That was some really bold thing. And Iyanla was just so honest about the fact that she hadn't changed. She had all this wealth, but she hadn't changed. So her life just wound up manifesting the low self-esteem that she had before. Are you with me? But God will give you back the years. I don't care how much you've lost. When you shift and you change, that shifts and changes with you. Give yourself a chance. Dare. Dare to believe. Dare to try it out. Dare to see yourself as enough. Dare to live in sufficiency, because the world is waiting for you. Music is just waiting for you to open up your mouth. Art's just waiting for you to pick up the pen. The health is just waiting for you. Everything is just waiting for us to say yes. Do you feel that?
Yes, 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 yes.
Shift the tape. Shift the tape. If there's going to be abundance of stuff, let it be abundance of good stuff in your mind.
Yes.
Not an abundance of negativity. If there's going to be an abundance of stuff, let it be an abundance of affirmation. You can do it. You can do it. I think I'm going to do it. I wasn't sure. But Wilhelmina's been tapping at me ever since I did the TEDx in Berkeley. So I'm going to end on this. It's short. So Wilhelmina, a lot of you haven't seen Wilhelmina. She's my alter ego. Okay? She's from the hood. She got issues. But she sort of blurts out what's on everybody's mind. Okay? And so Wilhelmina has this piece about stuff. Okay? It's this way that we have to shift what's going on inside of us so we can dare to make ourselves these portals for larger capacities. Yes? Can I have my water? I'm feeling a little dry here. This is Wilhelmina's stuff. I love Wilhelmina. Stuff on my mind all the time. No reason or rhyme. Just stuff. Big stuff. Little old bitty stuff. New stuff, old stuff. Stuff within stuff. Stuff attached to stuff. Stuff coming out of other stuff. Just stuff. Can't figure out what makes me think about it all. Just a wall of stuff. Before me, behind me, beside me, blinding me, blocking me, boxing me in. Can't win. Can't even begin to see my way through. Or to pursue how to get above, how to get beyond, how to get over all this stuff. Can't maneuver this stuff out of my head. Wade through my every waking hour and scouring through my dreams. Seems like just a torrent of thoughts, ideas, worries, concerns, fears, hopes, dreams. Fears about the dreams. Dreams about the worries. Worries about the hopes. Hopes about the concerns. Concerns about the thoughts. Thoughts about the ideas. Ideas about the fears. Shoot, my stuff got stuff about its own stuff. Where did all this stuff come from? Will I ever know? And when is it gonna go?
Yeah.
Can my stuff ever show me anything worth this much attention? Such an addiction. Relentless retention of repetitive wandering around in the peacelessness of my mind. Some subtle and sublime, but most keeping time to a tireless drum major, leading a constant parade of stuff marching around in my mind. No relief. Can't sleep, this stuff eating me up inside. Can't hide from the intensity. My own propensity to dwell on the density of whatever is dancing around in my head. So, I just try to crawl through the confusion, tiptoe through all the tenuousness, sashay through the sadness, wade through waters of weariness. Leeriness, my new friend. A new lens whose caution halts my progression, my procession out of the obsession of this swampland of stuff. If I could just remember the books I've read, the affirmations I've said, prayers that have led me to higher heights, insights that inspire me higher than my desires and deeper than my doubts. If I could just remember the good stuff that drowns out all the other stuff. And where's the real stuff when I really, really want it? When I really, really need something real. Ooh, child. I got to chill. Ooh, I got to chill a moment. Give me a minute, because, man, I'm just too much in it. I got to shake off some of this weight, you know? Like, they date something besides my stuff? Really now? Enough already. Can't a sister just be? Well, I don't know. Guess I got to consult my stuff to see. There's a little Wilhelmina in all of us. Let's pray.